Earlier this year, we filmed 3 music videos with Ryan, the first of which you have already seen. Tomorrow at 9 AM, we'll be releasing Nightmare, the second of these videos. It has been a challenging and very emotional task to complete these videos in light of what has happened, but after careful discussion with his family, we collectively felt that we wanted to share the world the final things that Ryan created with us. We will proudly cherish the memories of him contained in this footage and hope you will too. That is the official Instagram post from Polaris that has led up to this release, which came out about 10 hours ago. It's currently like 11 AM in Ireland, so I'm just up over the last few hours and wanted to check this one out. Again, I've made most of my thoughts and I guess my condolences in the last Polaris video that I did, where I checked out the Mortal Coil album. So if you want to be caught up with all of that, obviously go and check that video out yourself. But yeah, I just want to say again, massive respect to Polaris for, I guess, deciding to go ahead with the original album release date and for deciding to go ahead with their touring schedule as well. Like, I can only imagine the grief that they're still going through, and to like continue on and go ahead with the originally decided dates is, you know, it's pretty impressive. So shout out to everyone in the band, you know, condolences to all of the fans, you guys. Of course, I'm like not someone who can say I've been the most diehard Polaris fan. I haven't really listened to much of their music. However, from what I have heard, it's only gotten better, and really like that Inhumane track. It was good on first listen, but having heard it a few more times, and especially with the music video, which I did release, or which I did miss on the reaction side of things, I was a bit too early, and then the music video dropped. You know, that track has really grown on me. So yeah, this album obviously has a whole different meaning to it now, without them even knowing whilst writing it. But I guess yeah, the world's a pretty fucked up place, man. So we're going to jump in. I don't want to make this video all doom and gloom, as I said with the Mortal Coil video. So we're just going to enjoy some hopefully good music again. Going to try and remain completely objective despite the circumstances. So yeah, drop a like in this video if you haven't already, guys. It'd be much appreciated. And without any further ado, let's jump into Polaris's new track, Nightmare. It has that Aussie bounce. It just, the Aussies go so hard, man.
I saw the signs, the signal fires, the birds are top down now. Rising tides and violent skies, all the world was standing still.
I have chills, fucking hell. Seeing the shots of Ryan, man, fuck. This has that Pray for Rain feel to it, especially with that main riff, which is probably my favorite Polaris track, as is I'm sure the case for a lot of people. And it's very catchy. Ooh.
Where's the fate? Where's the death? Where's the death?
Oh, that was beautiful, man. Fuck.
But no one's gonna save us if we won't fucking save ourselves. Our best intentions pay my life to with apocalyptic ways, but and there's no one who can save us if we refuse to save ourselves. Our best intentions pay right back to.
This might be my favorite track from these guys. I don't know if it's because of the emotional connection to it, but look at the fucking state of me, man. My hair's all over the place. I'm crying here. Man, that was so good. I don't know if there was amendments made to that music video or if it was already like in the works or already created, you know, before Ryan passed, but just that shot with the lead with Ryan being on screen leading into the breakdown was like, I was like, again, I'm not even like the biggest, I don't say fan, I am a big fan of these guys, but I haven't been their fan for the longest time. Like, I'm not like a diehard super fan that's been following these guys for years. My first album was Pray for Rain, which I didn't hear when it even came out first. Is it Pray for Rain? Sorry, I always get this mixed up. I don't think it's even Pray for Rain. One sec. Let me confirm that before I make an idiot of myself. Polaris. Pretty sure it's not Pray for Rain. It's The Death of Me. I always mix up the first track on the album being the title of the album. So it's The Death of Me. I heard that first and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. However, I went back to it a few times and it just really started to grow on me. And that has been the case with even like Inhumane. I think the majority of their tracks that I've heard have been like not necessarily the biggest hitters on a first listen. There was some tracks off of the Mortal Coil that did hit me on a first listen, and that was, I think I heard Consume, which was probably the first track that really fucking like grabbed me from a first listen. But in saying that, this track is probably, I don't know, it's definitely up there with Pray for Rain. That chorus with the harmonies, I didn't know that there was two vocalists in Polaris. That's how kind of fresh I am, or you know, new I am to listening to their music. But the cleans in the chorus, again with the emotional aspects tied to the video as well, just yeah, that really got me. So that was really, really good, man. I really enjoyed that. Again, has that like Polaris feel to it as well from the two albums that I have heard from them. That guitar work is so iconic. Rest in peace, Ryan, man. Like, that is such a tragedy to lose someone so talented at such a young age as well. So, you know, fuck, I can only imagine how hard that would have been to watch for, you know, people maybe in his family or members of the band or even the really diehard fans, because that was hard for me to even watch, but in a really good way. That was like a really, really nice tribute to him. I know it's not necessarily supposed to be a tribute. It was already made, obviously, when he was still here, but just as a first track to release after, you know, his passing, I don't know if this was intended to be the single that was released or if it just so happened that this one was like the best tribute. But if that's just a coincidence, then it's just a really, really nice coincidence that this is the track, especially because it's called Nightmare, because that's obviously the situation that the band and all his family members have been going through for the last while. So yeah, shout out to the bands, shout out to the band for being sticking to their word. I don't think anyone would have held them to the fact that, you know, if they didn't stick to their word and maybe push the album release date back or even, you know, not go on tour, I don't think people would have had any problems with that at all. Of course not. But the fact that they've stuck to it regardless is a testament to them. So shout out to Polaris, shout out to all the fans, and yeah, big things to come for this band. I'm really looking forward to the album. It's going to have a much different meaning to it now. Well, yeah, I'm going to give that track a solid 8.9 out of 10. That was probably my favorite Polaris track, maybe right up there with Pray for Rain. Just that chorus is beautiful. It's going right in the playlist. And yeah, guys, that's all from me. I'm going to do this for the first time. I'm going to post my Discord link in the pinned comment of this video. It's not really something I'd normally put on YouTube, but I want as many people, you know, as many of you guys that want to join there as possible. We have about 300 people over there at the moment, so get involved. It would be much appreciated to have you all there. And that's all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm signing out. Look after yourselves. Cheers.